Welcome once again to the Village Idiots podcast pre-show. I'm your DM, Nathan, and with me this evening, I have part B of episode 15. Let's find out what happens with all this glass hurling and everything, right? Thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoy. Bye for a second.
Retroactively, can I be sitting next to Mara?
Sure.
Yay.
You all were standing, and there is... Let's see. All right. Last two. All right. Reg, you go. And Giro, you go. Do it.
Poor Reg, God.
They both miss, and their glasses smash against the walls behind them. And Kelvin goes... Boo! We could have been 4 for 4, but now we're 3 for 4. It'll never be the same.
It'll never be the same.
Man, it's nice having some people around sometimes, huh?
You haven't had anybody here at all? How long have you been a golden mantle?
Around about a decade or so now, I guess, yeah. Wouldn't you say, Mara? That sounds about right. Yeah. About a decade. About as long as I've been in the Violet Rose, I guess. That sounds right.
I want to raise a toast. Can I do that?
You can try.
Yeah.
Roll me a wisdom save.
19.
Yeah, you can raise a toast.
So I want to raise a toast to being good at being bad.
Everyone kind of looks confused. Yeah, sure. I mean, we say we're bad, but like, it's kind of subjective, don't you think? It's, what we're doing is good.
How so?
We're
Is
just
that the
we're
right
just
question? Damn. Okay, I was trying to be subtle about it at least with my weird toast.
I mean, I'll drink to it. Don't get me wrong, but we're not bad.
I'm gonna kind of interrupt a little bit and be like, I mean, that's fair. I feel like we all have, we have noble causes, right?
Well, I mean, the Order of Alteration more than anyone, right? Yeah, I mean, guide the whole course of the world and everything. I mean, that's a lot.
That does sound like a lot.
To tailor events to what, you need it to be to, stay in power, right? That's
Get it,
Taylor.
Is that why you call yourselves the Order of Alteration? I didn't even
I turned to him, I go, I know, right?
It does a mind blown reaction.
And then I kind of want to just interject and be like, you mistake my meaning for bad.
Go on.
What?
I meant it as we were good at being bad. We're good. Get it? We're good. But never mind. Just drink.
I mean, I'm not good. I mean, not a good person, but I'm not a bad guy.
Why would you say you're not a good person?
Says the one who just cried in my animal room.
I told you I'm crazy. No.
I told you I'm crazy.
Man, a crazy person doesn't know they're crazy. That's not right.
That's a point.
So they tell me.
Yeah, all right. Anyway, I mean, I'll say this. I'm not going to refuse a toast, so I'll drink.
Huzzah!
I'm going to raise my glass and say, and I'm going to toast to alliances. The alliances between the Violet Rose, the Order of Alterations, and, of course, the Golden Mantles. And I
I mean, at least me, right?
I was like, true. I mean, we have, a few others under our belt. Hint, hint.
Well,
I kind of wink, big wink,
Yeah, I mean, Well, we're trying to get Saloran to be a golden mantle, but we'll see. You know, you gotta move the chess pieces slowly. Maybe we'll get there. But yeah, I mean, he's gonna be golden mantle, right?
Oh,
I mean,
absolutely.
after he saves the world from the Shade Pocket.
Exactly. They would have no choice.
Yeah, I mean, even the architects, the lore keepers, even they would see.
Mm-hmm.
God, there are so many fucking names. I get them all mixed up all the time.
Now we just need some lore keepers, some key lore keepers on our side specifically, so we can really get this done right.
Man, I mean, well, we've got enough of them, right? I mean, I've got one in my pocket too, just in case.
And I kind of I laugh and I'm like, pocket?
Well, not my. All right, look, not my literal pocket. I don't have a bag of holding in me pants, but
That's what she
Is that a bag of holding in your pants or because
I have a lore keeper in my employ.
And I kind of look at him and I'm like, are we still talking about quit? Okay, sidebar, because Emily doesn't remember. Is Saloran a lore keeper?
Saloran
Yes.
is a lore keeper.
Okay. Back. And I'm like,
But
are you?
Saloran is is the leader of the Order of Alteration.
Yes, okay, but he's also a lore keeper.
Yes.
and
Okay.
Karen is also a lore keeper that he's the ones he's probably talking
Yes.
about.
So I'm gonna kind of back up and be like, you're talking about Saloran still, right?
No. I don't pay him. I mean, to be fair, I don't pay any of those in my employ. I mean, I say employ, but I mean, you're the Order, you know.
hmm So, since just between friends, since we're all sitting here drinking, who else do you have in your pocket over there at the Lore Keepers?
That would be telling now, wouldn't it? Gotta keep some of my secrets, right?
I'm concerned, sidebar, that this serum is not working because I'm asking him direct questions and he's not answering me.
And Nate hasn't rolled anything.
Or have I?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't heard it.
I'm gonna lean back and kind of look more relaxed, and I would like to say, so being a golden mantle, it must be living the life. You got this whole place to yourself, you got all this power. What's your end game? What do you actually get out of this that you don't already have?
I mean,
A lot of paperwork.
I don't do the paperwork. I make the silver mantles do all that. That's what they're there for, right? You know, I get to do this. Drink wine, make messes, make other people clean it up. This is a pretty good life, huh? I don't know, maybe I'll rule the world one day. That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
And I raise my glass to world domination. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? That's a great idea. Thanks, Beetle. Yeah, to world
Great.
domination.
Great.
So you set the psychopath on that journey. Can I casually start a conversation with Mara?
Sure.
So I have to roll, don't I?
No, I hate you not. This can be happening while Pax is having his conversation with Kelvin.
I'm totes gonna try to hit on Mara. So I kind of want to lean because I wanted to be sitting next to her. So I kind of want to lean towards her and be like, "So are you from the barony?"
Come here
I
often.
mean, not exactly, but I mean, she looks kind of confused at you. She says, the barony's been my home for so long. I mean, I consider myself to be from the barony now.
I'm from the Circle of All.
Yeah, I could tell by the bare feet. Leaves in your hair.
Do you like it?
I mean, I'm not going to say no.
Love it.
I like your style.
Thanks. It's form-fitting, isn't it?
It sure is.
Oh my god, y'all.
You know, it helps you out in a fight. Be quick. Streamlined. She does like a puts her arms up and acts as if she's running or dodging something.
Cool character development. Maro's weird.
I bet you're a girl that can really take care of herself.
She looks a little introspective at this point and kind of seems like she gets a little lost in her thoughts, and then she all of a sudden comes back and says, yeah, I take care of myself.
Oof.
I always have. Yeah.
And then I'm gonna like gently, like not in a creepy way, put my hand on her hand and say, you okay? Looks like I lost you there for a second.
It's just, I think I've always taken care of myself. Sometimes it's like I don't remember the hardest times, but I know I've been through them.
Can I like give her hand like a reassuring squeeze and
Sure.
just say for the short time I've known you now, it seems like you could get through anything.
I think I have.
That's a good ass response. I got goosebumps. Dag.
Do you? And I'm still like holding her hand, and I give her like another reassuring squeeze, and I say like, if you want to talk about it, I'm right here for you.
And she says, I wish I could. I just can't remember. And she looks lost again.
Oh my god, I want to give her a greater restoration, something so bad.
And she snaps back to it and she takes a swig of wine and she says, but, we all forget things sometimes, right?
Yeah. I don't know what to say to that. Holy shit. Okay.
Yeah, she says that last bit loud enough for you all to hear. And Kelvin says, yeah, we all forget some things sometimes. That's right. It's a funny business memory, isn't it?
Sure is.
Well, and I'm gonna snap my head towards him as he says that and be like, what do you mean by that?
Memory's tricky. It's easy to, kind of make you, well, surely the Order knows. You kind of told me how to get around it, right? Memory's real malleable. You can kind of make it whatever you want.
That must be above my pay grade, because I'm not sure what you mean.
Well, I'm sure you'll get there. If you get over this madness thing. Crazy.
Oh my god.
I feel like someone else should jump in here and be like, have you made someone's memory malleable?
See, here's the thing though, because we're trying to ask him these questions and he's clearly not responding truthfully, so I don't think the truth serum worked.
Make another toast so he drinks more.
I mean, he's been drinking. How do I tell if it's worked?
You wouldn't know explicitly whether or not the truth serum worked, but you can make some insight checks to kind of see where his mental state is.
Okay.
I would like to make the insight check to see if he realizes that we've used the truth serum.
Okay.
I crit myself on that insight. Oh, wait, no, I can't roll lower than an 8 on insight.
I kind of want to return my attention back to the person I'm falling in love with.
Yeah. You never roll lower than an 8 when detecting lies with insight, so it would be 8 plus, what's my insight? 2, so 10.
You...
Oh, I'm sorry. I get half my proficiency bonus when I am not proficient in the skill, so 12.
You don't feel like Kelvin is lying to you. You are getting a feeling that Kelvin usually has a pretty strong guard up, and that guard is not up right now. Like, he feels kind of comfortable.
Interesting.
So I rolled a 22 for insight to see if he realizes that he's been truth serumed.
You're not picking up any vibes that he feels like he's being tricked or has his mind altered or anything.
He's got no sketchy thoughts.
You're not getting any vibes that he's kind of wary of that sort of thing.
So I want to, in the only way Tora knows how to be, which is just endearingly naive, I want to be like, hey, Mara, check out what I can do. And I want to use my cantrip produce flame and just like make flame dance in my hand and be like, for you.
What
like,
color is the flame?
It's it's like very much like a tigery, like orangey with some whites and like a speck of, what color are Mara's eyes? I feel like you said they were blue once.
Man, that's a big ask. I don't fucking remember. Probably blue.
Okay, yeah, so I want, and then blue in there, like a little bit of the blue fire, and I'll be like, it's lively and fiery, just like you.
So as you produce this flame, you see, just for like a second, you see a flash of what looks like a huge scar running down the front of Mara's face.
Haha. Okay, side note. So this is how you're going to explain how you fucked up on the scar thing.
Did I fuck up? Did I?
Yeah.
We need makeup wipes.
So you see, just for a brief instant, you see a really bad scar that goes down the front of Mara's face. And she looks at the flame, and for that instant that you see the scar, you see kind of fear in her eyes, and then it really quickly goes away. And she's like, well, I didn't know you. I mean, I guess I did know you used magic, and you did it in your headquarters, right? All the fire.
All the fire.
Yeah, that was me. That's kind of my thing, you know.
All the fire. Yeah, that's me.
Love that fire. Like the fire I see in your eyes.
She blushes and kind of
Oh my
brushes
God.
you off.
Y'all.
She's like, you.
Cute.
Can I so I did see the scar, right?
You saw a scar, yes.
Yeah, you said I saw it, right? I kind of want to like release the flame, and if this fails me miserably, I'm going to chalk it up to me being crazy, but I kind of want to, can I like go to like cup her chin in my hand and like turn her head where I thought I saw the scar and kind of like be like, I thought for a second I saw something marring your lovely face.
Ew.
I'm trying to be stupid right now.
I'm trying to be stupid.
So I can chalk it up to being crazy later.
Yeah.
And look.
You got a little something.
Yeah, I will allow that to happen. Pax and Maxine, where are you looking during this exchange?
I'm going to say Maxine is focused on Tora simply because she feels like just very protective in like a big sister, like kind of way of Tora, especially since she knows she's not fully within like her faculties right now. She wants to make sure she's protected. So
I'm sure the flame probably drew eyes as well.
She also just did a flame. She's doing flames, which scares me. So I have eyes on Tora for sure.
Okay. Pax?
And my I feel like I would be hyper alert right now because I really want to pull the Shade Ripper on Kelvin and say the jig is up. But my face is facing towards what's happening with Tora and Mara, but my eyes are looking towards Kelvin.
Okay, so your face is towards Tora, but you're looking at Kelvin.
Yeah.
So as the flame happens, Maxine, you also see, just for a brief instant, flash of a scar across Mara's face. And Tora, you say that, I thought I saw something marring your beautiful face. And as...
Said lovely, but that's fine.
Lovely face. As Tora says that, Pax, you see Kelvin, he kind of tenses up a bit, but he hasn't done anything. And Mara says, I'm sure I don't know what you're talking about. Stop. You're being too kind.
And so then this is what I'm going to do now. So I'm going to, where I saw the scar from the top of it, I want to trace my finger down and say, I swear I saw a scar right here. but say like, it still, it made you look even more beautiful. I wonder what happened.
So it just sounds like Tora's like extensively hitting on Mara.
Yeah, but like, so I am, but also I'm trying to figure out what the fuck I just saw and why it's not there anymore.
As you trace your finger and say that along Mara's face, you see Tora. It's like that shining light comes out of Mara's face where you traced that scar.
Ooh!
No one else sees it, just Tora does.
I guess at this point, like, I'm still thinking that golden light thing is like part of my madness, and I'm like very confused by it. But I'm also very into Mara, so I'm just like, so beautiful, this scar.
Ah!
And I say it rather loudly.
Surely you don't see any scars on Mara, right? Hey, Tora, was it? Or do you prefer the tiger?
I don't take my face away from Mara as I'm staring at her, because once I've finished my caress, I'm going to call it, for lack of a creepier word, or less creepy word. And then I'm going to hold her face again. I'm going to look dead at Mara and say, which name do you prefer, Mara?
That's so weird. Why?
Because that's Tor. Tor's never actually hit on anyone before. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
At this point, Kelvin has stood up and he says, Tiger, Tora, Tiger, whatever. Just stay right there. I'll be right back. And he leaves the room and heads towards his study, it looks like. His office.
Hate that. Hate it. I don't like it. I don't like it.
No.
Calm down. Did Mara answer my question?
She's kind of taken aback. She looks like she's lost in thought again. As if she's like caught between two thoughts and she's just been like bamboozled.
So I can see this confusion on her face since I'm so close to her. Can I say...
You still see the light coming off her face where the scar is too.
Yeah, can I say like, who hurt you?
She looks at you and says, no one can hurt me. I'm too strong.
All right, two things. All right, two things.
I have a quick question. Quick.
Yeah.
Is this considered a short rest? Do I have my spell slots back?
I feel like drinking induces a sort of relaxation that should be construed as a short rest.
Please, Mr. Dungeon Master.
I will say that you all have been... I'll say that you all have been relaxing enough after your thing that, sure, you've got a short rest.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
All right, I want to do two things. Well, I want to do one of two things here. Add a character. A, I have Greater Restoration spell. B, I kind of want to hide somewhere in here so that he doesn't do anything.
Whoa, time the fuck out. You have had Greater Restoration this entire time.
No.
That I've been fucking crazy?
Only most of it.
What? When did you get Greater Restoration?
When we leveled up.
I hate you. Give it to your party member.
The fuck is wrong? We're gonna have words later.
We did not really have too much time. Besides, it was kind of like
Emily gave you the perfect opportunity to speak up when she asked Kelvin if he knew of any potions or whatever. That was your opportunity to be like, wait a minute, I can help you. Like, what the fuck?
Wait, do you know Greater Restoration, the spell, or you have like a Greater Restoration potion?
I know the spell.
Cool. How many times can you do that? I'm gonna need to order 2 of them, please.
I think I have 1 5th level spell slot, but I can't find that. information.
I think that's right.
Right
If you just got Greater Restoration, that's a 5th level spell.
Man, if
and
you only
at
have
10th
one,
level,
though,
Then use it on Mara. She's
I would
the
say
one that
to use
needs
it on Mara, yeah.
No shit!
What? You know,
Shut up, Justin.
listen.
You could have fixed me
Don't
a
know shit,
while
me.
ago.
We're gonna fight.
Me and you are gonna have words. I know where
We will
you sleep.
Speak after this.
Or I could use Greater Restoration, or I could hide somewhere in the room so that he does not see me when he comes back.
I could use invisibility. I think she needs to be fixed. Her brain is broken.
Not mine, Mara's.
But also, if if Kevin comes back in here and starts yelling at us or fighting, she'd be on our side at that point because we will have like fixed her brain. But if he starts fighting us right now, she's gonna fight for Kelvin.
I will say you all do have Shade Rippers as well.
Yeah, we do.
So Justin needs to go grab Mara, rip her ass into the shade, use Greater Restoration.
I don't know, or we could rip into the shade and we could all just leave right now if we can convince them to go with us. Wait. Hold on, I feel like
No
I
one
feel
was
like Evan.
saying anything.
I feel like Evan. Hold on, I have something for this.
She's having an epiphany. That is.
It's me being good at D&D. Hold on. Okay, once between rests, you can make a person you talk with for a minute alone frightened of a creature you choose for 1 hour if it fails a wisdom save. So could I possibly talk to either Mara or Reg, or Reg is in charge of Zethangiro, so I think they'd go with her, but Mara seems to be in charge of all of them. If I can convince Mara to be afraid of Kelvin, maybe she will come with us into the shade. You feel?
You can certainly try.
I'm talking to my party members.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, go for it. I mean, but Justin needs to use Greater Restoration.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying,
That's
is that
for
like
sure.
Justin would rip the shade open. We'd say, come with us if you want to live. And then I would,
Yes, Luke Skywalker!
and then I would like put the fear of God in Mara to be afraid of Kelvin, like, let's go. And then hopefully she would convince Reg, who would convince Seth and Giro to like head on into the shade. We zip that bad boy up. Peace out, Kevin. And then we can do Greater Restoration on Mara on the other side. You feel?
Yeah.
What do you think, Justin?
All right, so I'm going to get up and you want to do it to her? You want to give her Greater Restoration on the other side? You said?
I mean, I don't know. Do you think you should do Greater Restoration now, and then I can
feel like
also?
you guys wouldn't be able to decide this in game.
I know.
So someone's gonna just do it, Justin. You need to do this for her, so just do it, and everything else will happen.
Cinematically, I'm going to stand up with Tora looking Mara in the face, and I'm going to walk over to Mara, and I'm going to put my hand on her shoulder, and I'm going to say, "Are you feeling okay?" and cast Greater Restoration.
Okay.
Ah, he took his glasses off.
You cast Greater Restoration on Mara, and you feel a huge burden over her. There isn't just one magical effect that's causing this feeling in her. It feels like it's a decade worth of spells that are like bogging her down, but somehow also keeping her sane, I guess. As you touch her shoulder, you feel the weight and the burden of all of these effects on Mara, and you know that one Greater Restoration spell is not going to be enough to...
Okay.
God damn it.
Okay, so this is what's gonna happen. I look up at Pax, and I'm gonna say out. This is out loud. We need to go. And I'm gonna look at Mara, and I'm gonna very much like El Tigre here was. I'm gonna get right up in her face, and I'm gonna use this thing where I can make someone
Did you just
scared.
call me LT Gray?
Yes, I did, babe. And I'm gonna get close to her face and be like, I'm using this thing where I can make someone afraid of somebody, and say, Kelvin is bad. Kelvin has been erasing. I don't think I would know that. Kelvin
you
has
wouldn't.
been, but I can tell that he's
Using
bad.
you.
You can say, I think he's manipulating you.
Yeah, I think Kelvin is manipulating you, and I am 100% sure that he's about to come back and at least try to wipe my friend's memory. I think he has been wiping yours. We need to go.
I pull my Shade Ripper out, and I'm ready to rip.
Okay,
you
so that's
saw
a
because you saw
Like, I
the
nod.
scar.
Like, go ahead,
Emily.
go. Yeah, I saw the scar too. So go ahead and I nod at Pax to like go ahead and rip the shade open. I look back at Mara and I say, "Come with us if you want to live."
so this is a wisdom save.
Mm-hmm.
She looks at you and she says, "Oh, my God! I think you're right. Come on, let's go, boys. Let's get out of here. I
Okay,
don't know where we're going, but let's get out."
Can I like grab onto her? I'd stopped holding her hand at some point. I want to grab onto her hand.
And like pull.
Okay,
Let's go. Let's run.
As soon as she says, "I think you're right," she kind of reached her hand out and grabbed your hand.
Aw, cute. Okay, let's go. I'm gonna pick up Reg. Let's go. Just go.
As Reg's like, "Whoa, what's
We gotta
going
go."
on here? I don't know what's happening." Oh, all right, here we go. Zuth and Giro grunt in assent. As you enter the shade and as you're closing the shade up, Pax, you think that you see the faint glow of that liquid that he gave to the 4 Barony members, casting light as he is re-entering the room. But you all manage to get into the shade and
Fuck
out
yeah. Fuck yeah.
before Kelvin is able to get back.
Yeah. Fuck you, Kevin.
And we know that he doesn't have one because he was jokingly asking.
Mhm. He was like, "Wish I had one."
Yeah. So you all are safely in the shade.
What does it look like in his house, the shade?
Uglier.
Honestly, it
possible.
looks basically the same.
In the shade, does she have the glowing thing across her face like Tora sees in the real world, or no?
Funnily enough, you all now see that glow
Mm.
across her face. Before, you didn't know what Tora was talking about this scar on Mara's face. You couldn't see anything, but now that you're in the shade, you can see that that's kind of there. And
Do they all see it?
Yeah, they all see it. And Pax, you feel that this is one of the effects that your greater restoration could have healed. So you all get into the shade, you maneuver your way to someplace safe. You're out on the streets of Fellows, and I assume that you hole up in a tavern or something?
Probably a room at the tavern. Like, I think we have things to discuss that can't be whispered around a table with ale.
The quietest room.
Yeah, so you all get someplace safe for a while, and you kind of talk with Mara and Reg and Zuth and Giro over everything that you've discovered up to this point. Specifically, you're talking with Mara and Reg because Zuth and Giro aren't too talkative. So what do you want to talk about? We'll do this pretty quick because it's,
I know, it's long.
So I want to hold her hands and I want to say, I think Kelvin's the one that did this to you, and I'm going to lift one hand and trace the scar again.
So now you all can't see it, only you can see it, Tora.
Yeah.
She says, I think you're right, but I just can't remember. I can't remember anything.
I'm still going to hardcore be hitting on her, and I'm going to say, I won't ever let him do that to you again.
It's cute. Okay, so the question is, like, so has Pax's spell recharged yet, or do we need to find another healer?
Pax never fired off the Greater Restoration.
What?
Wait, what?
The Greater Restoration never resolved because there were so many effects. So Pax would have had to choose one of them, and in your haste to get into the shade and get out, that never resolved. So Pax, you've still got your 5th level spell slot.
Well,
Okay.
isn't it lovely? Because I looked up Cleric 5th edition D&D spell slot stuff, and at 10th level, I get 2 5th level spells.
Are we 10th level?
Yeah.
2 5th level spells?
Yes.
Nice, so you
Nice.
could heal 2 of her injuries.
I feel like you need to. The memory is the most
memory is the most
thing.
important. Honestly, leave her face alone so she can see.
As
Like,
you're looking through all of these bad effects on Mara, you realize that all of them are memory based.
Mm.
Maybe the memory of how she got the scar is the most important one.
Yeah, try to do. Can you pick that, or do you have to like pick a specific spell?
Yeah, they can pick that specific one.
Okay.
You can pick out the specific memories. You get enough of the details to know that
Okay.
what's kind of happening.
I do that.
You remove this effect that's altering Mara's memory about this scar. And as you feel the greater restoration take and her memory starts flooding back, you all see that on her face, it kind of just stitches into place a huge scar that goes from like the top of her scalp down over her eye and down on her face. She says, "Oh my God. Oh my God. Wait, what year is it?" And she looks at all of you.
What year is it? Oh my God, this is so much worse than I thought. Nathan, what year is it?
You tell her the year. It's like 657, Age of Peace, I think is what I called it. I can tell you exactly what the year is in a second.
I have too many questions. You're taking too long.
I just want to tell her that she still looks beautiful to me.
God.
I'm going for Mara hard, but just trying not to be like gross about it.
Too late.
I'm not being gross.
It's too late. Pax is disgusted.
Yeah, you tell her it's currently 624 in the Age of Peace, and she says, "That bastard took 10 years from me?"
What?
Oh, that was great.
Sorry, she doesn't remember the whole 10 years? She doesn't remember any of it?
Well, now she remembers 10 years ago, and she describes to you in detail how she was on an expedition with a group of other people. She kind of gives you info on each of them and how you were going to take them from Tor to Ilari, she and Kelvin, after they betrayed this party. And right before they were going to get them on board these ships, Kelvin decided that he would rather put this point of memory in her past. And he explained to her, apparently, the only way to do this was with a mortal wound. And against her wishes, he drew his greatsword and brought it down across her face. And that was the point that he needed to affect her memory in such a way that he could rewrite her memory however he wished. And so she still feels that she's got these pockets of memory that are just completely gone from her. Or they feel like they're completely gone. But Pax, if you were to lay your hands on her again, you would know that you would be able to grant her more of her memories back.
Do it.
I did.
Probably more recent memories,
He
so we
can
know what's
only
going
do
on.
it. I mean, yeah, he can only do it one more time.
Yeah, I know.
So.
That's why I'm like, probably more recent memories, so we like know what's up now.
Yeah, the plan. Tell us the plan.
Give us something to sift through so we can decide which one. But I really want to slip in my after she says what he did to her face with the sword. I want to slip in my you still look beautiful to me.
She looks at you, Tora, and you see a tear in her eye.
Aww.
And she just slowly comes down. She doesn't make any face or anything, but she just
Aww.
a single tear.
Look, I'm so in love with her.
As Pax reaches into all of this pain that Mara has faced, you find a more recent occurrence. You can with the arcane energies that are flowing inside of her, you can find a more recent memory, and it's the one that Kelvin just took from her in his explanation of everything of the Order of Alteration and the work that they did. It's uncovered that she really didn't remember what was happening, and that this work that they did for the Order of Alteration in expanding the Shade Pocket is actually true. But you feel that there was a contradiction in there too. If you're thinking about the memories and you're concentrating and meditating, whatever it is that Pax does when they are doing these spells, you see a tendril of golden light that kind of comes out from one of these points.
Touch it.
Can I touch it?
Touch it.
What?
Touch it.
Sure. Yeah, you can touch it.
What does it do?
As soon as your hand touches it, you get a flashback to that flask with that golden liquid in it.
What is it? Do we know what the golden liquid is? Is that a specific memory he's taken from her, maybe?
Roll me an Arcana check, Pax.
Do not fail me now, dice. All right, that's an 11 plus 3 hero points. So
How many hero points did you have?
We all have a good amount.
6.
Your bank is as many as your level. So you have 10
yeah.
hero points to yourselves. So with a 19 Arcana, you sense that it's not a stolen memory, but it's an overwritten memory.
And can he do anything about that, or does he need another greater restoration to specifically fix that one?
So as soon as you heal that wound, she remembers everything, and she can instantly tell what was falsified information and what is her true memory.
Cool.
You get the inkling that with these golden vials, each one of those vials represents an overwritten memory, and that these are the points that Mara has in her where she can't remember. They're memories that have been overwritten by Kelvin.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
And he had a bunch in that box.
So-
Yeah, he did.
He had a closet that he opened with multiple chests inside.
Are they like labeled or
Roll me a
does he-
history.
He said he's not very organized except in crime. Ayo.
Everyone roll me a history.
History.
17?
That's a nat 20.
18.
Maxine and Pax, you call seeing scrawled on the front of the chest on a piece of parchment that was kind of tacked to the chest. You saw the name Mara.
Oh, fuck.
Tora, you saw it too, and because of your confused state, you are actually able to laser in on the memory, and you remember seeing other names on the chest within the closet because he kept the doors open.
Cool. Okay, so we gotta
What are
get
the
back
names?
in there.
What are the names?
Yeah, are there other... What did I see?
You don't recognize any of the names, but you see that there's a Karen, there's a Milo, there's a Kira, and those are the only ones that you remember.
Are you trying to say Kira? Are you trying to say... You said Karen.
Karen, Milo, and Kira, as in Last of the Dardendrians.
Karen Dene, the lorekeeper.
Oh, I was like, that's not my name. Did you not see Leandria?
Those were the only three that
That I could
Tora
remember.
saw, but you remembered that there were more chests than you saw names.
Okay.
So we're going to have to assume that yours is there.
I hope so. Sad. Okay. That could also mean okay. Sorry. Like, okay, if he's got chests full of like memories from these people, I know we've already seen like Milo, but like if we have a chest full of stuff from Kira, that probably means that Kira is still somewhere.
Because we know Milo's still
Which
somewhere.
means Leandria is somewhere.
Do we know how many chests, or was it like just...
Can I do it? Can I say these names out loud and see if Mara recognizes them?
Sure.
So I'm gonna say the information out loud and say those golden vials that Kelvin had in that chest were all from you, Mara. That chest had your name on it. And in that closet that he got that chest, there were other chests that had other names, and I say the names.
Okay.
'Cause I don't feel like saying all of them again.
So you said it was Karen, Milo, and Kira.
Yeah.
And she says, yeah, those were all people that we were part of that party.
The one from 10 years ago when you got the scar?
Yeah, and she looks confused again, like she's trying to connect memories up and she just can't.
Maxine's going to say, so what happened to the other people who were with you on the expedition?
I don't know. I can't.
I'm gonna like hold on to her and like assure like I don't want to be creepy, but like what's the word? Like I'm gonna like
Reassure her?
reassure
Comfort?
her, like comfort her by like, stroking her arm or like stroking just sounds creepy.
Yeah.
But in like a I'm here for you kind of like patting her
Mhm.
back kind of thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm trying really hard to not be creepy, but also I am highly attracted
Shit.
to her.
Oh, no.
So it's a fine line. I'm not giving excuses to people, but it is a fine line.
All right. I know this is a really, 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 really long shot. All right, but is there any chance that Thornburn was written next to Milo, and can I connect that Milo Thornburn was Safina's grandfather, who is the missing person that was the bounty that we were supposed to look for before we got pulled into all this shit?
Yeah, because we did meet the Thornburns.
We did.
The only thing that was
And we knew Milo
it was
was
only
missing.
first names. It was
Yeah,
only
so
first
no
names
last
on the
name.
No,
labels.
but we did know that Safina was missing and that she was looking for her grandfather named Milo, who disappeared, and we knew his last place where he went. Like, we knew all of that information because we were talking to them and they were like, he was on tour. And now she's telling us about an expedition on tour with someone
With
named
a guy
Milo?
named Milo. Yeah, I feel like we could put that together.
I would put that together. I'd put that together, yeah. Okay.
So yeah, so that would be a solid lead for you, Pax.
Okay. Perf.
So yeah, you are able to find this information out, and you know that Mara has severe memory issues with the last 10 years, and there's a lot to unravel. Pax, you know specifically that this would be a pretty intense thing to try and unravel with her. Either it's something that you're just going to have to stay with her or get her additional clerical help, or just, unless you've got any other ideas.
I mean, we could stay in this hotel and give it a few days, and like every few hours you can use 2 spell slots, and we just give it time while you fix her head.
Or
and Tora
if-
and Mara get like close and like, romantic in the hotel.
Fall in love. Listen, I'm not looking to get creepy. I feel like as a druid, we are those people that mate for life kind of things. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm a penguin, okay?
I feel like she ain't.
Tora, you recall that while you were in Kelvin's quarters, you didn't see the shiny guy at all, or the shiny human, but now that you're out, you are seeing them again. Sometimes it's
Fuck.
Maxine, sometimes it's Mara, sometimes it's Pax, it's any of the people you're around, the innkeeper. Sometimes it's no one, and they're just standing there.
Can Pax use one of his greater restorations that he's using on Mara to help her brain, like on Tora? See if that helps.
If you want to say it's the next day, you can certainly try. I think your spell slots refresh on a long rest, right, Pax?
Yes.
I want to know why I keep seeing the shiny guy.
I don't think we're going to figure that out right now.
Like, who is this shiny guy that I'm seeing, and why is he around all the time? Like, is there like, maybe when I go to sleep I dream about it and it gives me some clue? Like, help me out here, Nathan.
Shiny guy's like No Face from Spirited Away.
You haven't slept since you started seeing this figure.
Okay, well, I want to sleep. As close to Mara as she'll allow me.
We'll say that Mara takes the bed that night, and you're able to get your bedroll up underneath the as close to her bed as possible. You're still having some confusion and everything, and in your dreams, you're back in that space that you were when you went into the sarcophagus, where it's dark on one side and light on the other, and then you see this shining figure in the middle, and you get really close to him again, just like you did the previous afternoon, we'll say. And you hear them say again, in a like wispy, kind of otherworldly voice, "It's not you. It's not time. You aren't ready." And that's all you remember of that dream.
Fuck.
And you're still seeing the shining figure the next day, and a lot of the days that you spend, with everyone and just in general throughout. So, Pax, what do you want to do?
I want more.
You want a greater restoration, her more meaning.
Yeah.
So you want to say that you're trying to just get all of this memory stuff figured
I
out?
want to know the plan.
Yeah, can we just like time lapse this? Like, can we, what's it called? You said to music, montage this.
In a montage.
So yeah, Pax, you uncover all of this information that has been hidden from Mara or rewritten in Mara's past and her history, and it just goes over a decade. It's a decade's worth of all of her memories and all of these jobs that she's been doing on behalf of Kelvin, and then she forgets about it, and then she gets new information and she meets up with new people, and it's just, you know, a long list of things that Kelvin has made her do as the leader of the Violet Rose on behalf of Kelvin himself. So everything that the Violet Rose has been doing up to this point has been, over the last 10 years, has been to serve Kelvin, basically. And it's a lot to wade through.
At what point do Reg, Zuff, and Giro leave to go meet our other characters? Because that's got to be happening soon.
Yeah, they leave and they go. They don't seem to be having as many memory problems as Mara does. So they actually leave. This takes the better part of 2 weeks to get through everything.
Do we grow closer romantically?
Sure.
Sure.
So all of this happens one time after Reg, Zuth, and Giro, they come back and they've got this stone. They remember that they were looking for these stones on a whim for Kelvin because he wanted to add them to his collection in his bachelor pad shitty quarters. He had heard about them and he wanted them for his shitty quarters. And so
Also, it was actually Kelvin that wanted them. Interesting.
And apparently just for like
Decoration.
some gaudy decoration. And so
Saf gave up her sapphire for that bullshit.
Seriously.
yeah, and so Reg, Zuth, and Giro go and retrieve that, and Mara shows you that she's still got the other 2 stones. But when Zuth, Giro, and Reg come back with the sapphire now, Mara looks up at Giro and says, she cocks her head to the side and kind of squints her eyes and says, Kira?
I'm sorry, what?
And Giro tilts their head to the side and kind of looks confused, as much as confused as someone in full plate armor can be. And Pax, you do a greater restoration on Giro the next day, and you see a lot of memory issues with Giro too. And the earliest one is the renaming of Giro from Kira, last of the Vardendrians.
Oh my god!
Holy shit!
She been here the whole time!
Oh man, she was real big.
She was big. Remember, we did talk about that though, that she was like really big for a Dragonborn. Like really big.
And so Kira has been here the whole time. And you uncover more in Kira's memory. Zuth doesn't have any memories like that. Zuth was a Goliath who just got...
That's just Zuth.
That's Zuth.
He just big dumb
But
himbo. Got caught up into bad stuff, bad people.
It's not Zuth and Giro, it's Zuth and Kira.
So, is Kira zombified? Like, can she not speak? Can she not, like... What? What's going on?
Kira didn't think she could speak when she was Giro. And so Kelvin essentially muted Kira.
I mean, makes sense. You talk to Kira? Fuck. Just kidding.
That is totally fair, though. Like, I was an asshole.
It was probably Milo's idea.
So you all have found another one of these people in these chests that have these memories with the help of uncovering Mara's memories. And Mara's just fucking pissed. She hates Kelvin and everything that he stands for.
I bet. Oh, fighting.
You know, you don't see Kelvin a lot during this time. You hear about a lot of stuff that's happening. You hear about the Shade Pocket. You hear about this chaos in the archives, where this huge figure kind of storms the archives, and that there were people that kind of messed up. Pax, you leave for a while to go back to the guild and see if they know anything about this Milo artificer. And one of your guild friends say that they actually had a mentor that had worked with him from Intepa, Dorena Ravenridge. And so you're able to get a connection up to Dorena, who is starting a little group called the Knights of Halartha. And they are working out of this island on the Bulwark Isles to the southeast of the Architect's Burrow, Ilar's Birth. And so you get a little invitation to go out there and maybe talk about what you've seen. Tora, these hallucinations and confusion, they last for a long time. I think that you feel a draw to go back to the Circle of All and get back to your roots. And you meet up with your tiger mom friend.
Tiger mom friend.
And over it takes a little while, a few weeks, but as the weeks pull on and drag on, the confusion clears and your hallucinations kind of stop. But for a long time after that, and you still feel like there's this shining figure kind of looking over at you. It's a fleeting moment. And it doesn't happen very often. It doesn't happen for very long, but every once in a while you'll feel like that shining figure is kind of looking over you and you're not sure what exactly that is. It's just some part of the madness that has kind of held. But Maxine.
Wait, Mara didn't fall in love with me? That
Well,
makes me so sad.
Hold on. Maxine, you take a carriage home after some time. Everyone's kind of, there's no real reason for you all to be together anymore, I guess.
Sad.
And you take a carriage home and you walk in the door and you see standing there in front of you, it's your husband.
Oh my god! Who are
Who's
you?
your
Get out of
husband?
my house.
No, I bet $5. Wait, I want to. Can I just throw out a guess right now? As
Sure.
to who her husband
Write
is?
it down and don't tell us.
Because she's never seen him before, right? They've never actually
No.
seen each other.
We have. The problem is Maxine, it was a long time ago and she was so wasted. She does not remember. She knows
You
that
don't. So
she married someone, but then he left and she's married now and that's all that really matters.
I think it's Saloran.
That would be good.
You walk into the house and you say, Who are you?
Who are you?
What are you doing in my house? You put your hands up like that, and your husband turns. He's a half elf, and he's holding a lot of papers in his hand. And he says, Maxine, where have you been? Why have you been traipsing all around the burrows when you're supposed to be on your community service? Why do I have all of these bills for all of these carriage rides? Maxine, you know we own a carriage company, right?
No, she didn't.
You could have gotten all of these rides for free. Where have you been wasting my money?
Who is her husband? I'm freaking out.
Okay, here's the question. Do I recognize him now?
Yes, as he's turned around, you recognize him.
Who is it?
And you remember his name. His name is Stenril.
Oh.
His name is
It's not.
General. Oh, I thought it was going to be a good, reveal. Fuck.
It's the Marquis Stenril Monroe.
Marquis Stenril Monroe.
See, I really wanted her husband to be someone
did too,
that
that'd
was
be
like
funny.
central.
That'd be funny so that I could be like, oh, shit, it's you.
No, I really just
It's
wanted.
Reg.
As soon as you all started doing
I
those
wish.
carriage rides, I was like, no. The Marquis Monroe, he owns a carriage company.
I'm going to take a few steps back and be like, excuse me. First of all, I wasn't aware of that. And second, I'm pretty sure this is my money since we were married, and by law, part of your things are my things. So I'm pretty sure I can spend however much money I want. So I don't want to hear anything like that from you. However, I am pretty upset with you now that you mention it, that you never told me that we own a carriage business. You know how much I love carriage rides.
Well,
What is their fanciest carriage?
he looks at you and he drops the act. He's not really mad, and he looks kind of coy, and he's like, I couldn't be mad at you. You know that I'm sure you don't remember, but I bought the carriage business for you. And he looks at you kind of coyly. Welcome home.
Cute.
That's adorbs.
I'm gonna say Maxine for the first time actually looks at her husband and tries to actually memorize his face, and she goes, Stenwick?
You know I hate that joke.
Stenril.
It's so funny. He thinks it's a joke. How cute.
And he walks up and embraces you.
Cute.
Aw.
She hugs him back, I think, for like the first real time ever. I think she's like actually like, oh, hey, you're actually kind of nice. Because she's learned to like care about people a little bit. Not be such a dickhead.
Her mama bear instincts kicked in over Tora, and that opened her up.
Yeah.
So I've got one last epilogue to do. And it's not for any of you. And it's not for Mara. It's not for Reg. It's not for Kelvin. It's for Vargini. It's late at night, and Vargini's working by candlelight. She's writing a letter. And as she's writing it, she scrawls 3 names down on the page. Maxine, Tora, and Pax. And the page holds references to a giant spider in Antepa, the Shade Pocket, chaos in the archives, and the recent unrest that's currently happening throughout the burrows. She signs her name, then rolls up the parchment and wraps a black ribbon loosely around the scroll. And then she searches through the top drawer of her desk for the right seal and her silver sealing wax. She melts the wax in a silver bowl over the candle that she's working by and pours the wax over the ribbon and then places the seal on top. And while she's waiting for the seal to set, she opens the bottom drawer of her desk and she pulls out a black hood. And as she pulls it over her head, her face is obscured from view. She utters a command word, Hing, and says, "It's done. The order has been sealed. We'll have them soon." And she puts the seal away to reveal the mark that seals the scroll. It's a bearded axe, the symbol for execution. And that's where we're going to end season 1.5.
Ah!
Oh my god, quickly remind me who Regina is.
She's the Silver
The
Mantle.
lawyer that asked us to find the wraith.
Ah! We were like, we did the thing and she was part of the thing. We said, here's this secret society and she is part of it.
But why would she want us to get rid of the wraith if she was part of the Order of Alteration? Wouldn't she know who the wraith was?
Who knows? It's a big old question, and y'all can't do it until next time.
Unless she knew we were never going to get rid of him to begin with.
Is that what that 3-episode mini arc thing is going to be about?
Man, I don't know what that arc's going to be about, but thank you all so much for tuning in to season 1.5 finale of the Village Idiots podcast. I would normally name a Village Idiot here, but since we don't have to recap season 1.5, I don't have to name an idiot.
We don't get an honorary idiot.
But who is the winner? Who got more? Justin, were you keeping tally?
We have to go back and listen, I think.
Yeah, we'll have to go back and listen.
I'm almost positive it was me, but
I think it's... If it's not, I mean, I don't know. I think we were pretty neck and neck there, Nicole, for a while.
almost positive it was me.
I feel like it's Nicole.
Anywho, thank you all so much for listening to the Village Idiots podcast. I hope that you had a great time listening to this finale mini arc episode. I had a great time DMing. I hope my players had a great time playing, and I hope you had a great time listening. If you want to reach out to us or something, I don't know, you can talk to us on social media, right, Nicole?
Yeah, you can go to Twitter, and we're at Village Idiot Pod. If you want to reach out to me personally, you can find me at Nicole the Nerdy.
You can find me at JRoma20.
I'm at Neurotic Good.
You can find me at Village Idiots DM, and you can't find Jordan because he is on paternity leave. And hopefully, we will see his return here shortly.
We also have a website, villageidiotspodcast.com. Lots of cool stuff up there, like some artwork, especially of the Hot Goblin Reg. And a link to our Patreon is there.
Speaking of Patreon, want to hear more from your favorite idiots? Well, you're in luck because we have a Patreon. For just a couple bucks a month, you'll have exclusive access to some DM insights with Nathan and behind the screens, listen to Nicole and I BS and What's What with Dilly and Dally, and even a mini prequel campaign set in the world of Lanamora.
If a subscription to our Patreon is too much of a commitment for you, we'd love if you could leave us a quick review on iTunes. If you enjoy the show, tell your friends about us. New episodes come out every other Tuesday, so stay tuned.
Yes, stay tuned. The next little arc we're going to do a little, it's November 1st here, so as you know, the winter holiday season is upon us. So the next couple episodes that we do 2 to 3 episodes will be a special winter-themed episode. I don't know what we're doing yet, and I don't know if it's going to be connected to anything, but it's going to be...
wintry.
Something. So, be sure to tune in. Those episodes will release in December, and if there's 3 episodes, into January. So, we hope you all enjoy that, and then once we're done with that little arc, we're going to jump right into Season 2. So, make sure you stay tuned. Hit that subscribe button so that you get all the new episodes when they come in and all that, and leave a rating, because it helps and lets other people see it. So anyway, thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye.